good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, I'm really excited. We are looking at Visual Synthesizer. Oh yeah. Hello. Welcome to the show. If you're watching over on Facebook, I thank you very much. There's normally only a few of you, but you can always join us here on the YouTube, or you can stay there on Facebook in the safety and comfort of the confines of Facebook. Yeah, there's the Facebook link just over there, as you can see, which is how we all rise together, is the Facebook group to come and hang out there. There's also a Discord as well, which you can find on the Facebook page. I really should put the Discord up as well. Not the Patreon one, because that's full of creepy photos, which you may see today, because I haven't deleted them. Whoops. You can always come over here to YouTube at youtube.com/JadeStarr and watch the show along with all the wonderful people here in the chat. Or you can head over to Twitch at twitch.tv. How to App on iOS. Cool. Or you can head to the website at howtoappoниos.com, and every day the show is broadcast live within the browser. There you go. Let's say hello to the folks in the chat, because we've got a lot to cover today with this app, because it's really cool and there's a lot to it, but it's really cool, yeah? Hello to Ed B. Hello, Nina. Hello, Cy. It's F and good to see you. Hello, Joe. What do you know? Hello, Auntie G. Auntie G has a new single coming out soon, everybody, so do that. Head over to Auntie G's page and YouTube channel. If you see her there in the chat, follow Auntie G and check out her music. She's been on the show. She's been interviewed by me as well, like many other people who are here in the chat today, like Gary Hubbs. Hello, Gary Hubbs. Hello, Dean Thomas. Hello, Thomas Christ. Again, Thomas Christ. Gary Hubbs been on my show. Auntie G. All these people have been on the show. What do I see here? Did I read it? I hope this humanity will go away. Oh, no, it's humidity. See, I was going to read out your comment, Ed, because I was like, I thought it read, I hope this humanity will go away soon. I was like, yeah, death to humans. But humidity, well. So I'm going to leave it. Hello, pain to get. Ching ching to you. Hello, Kim Hudson. I hope you're doing well. Is there anyone I've missed while I'm scrolling? Of course, I've missed the incomparable Doctor's Orders. Hello to Mike Holmes. Hello, Mobile Metal. Do I have a mobile? Can I find a mobile metal sound effect? What could I use? What about this one? Mobile Metal. Sound effects aren't working today. It's all good. Are there any price drops? Let's do that stuff quickly, because we've got to get in and have a look at this app, because there's heaps to it. Let's shimmy over to here, and if I've missed anyone, I'll catch up with you. I'll do my best to catch up. Let's shimmy over here to this. GeoShred Play is on sale for absolutely free. So if you don't have it, get it. Got it. Good. There you go. So GeoShred, it's free. It's worth $10. Get it. Don't know what else to tell you. It's free. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale for. Flux Liquid Audio before Pockets is down from $7.99 to $5.99. Harmonic Exciter, which I have as well, has gone down from $6.99 to $4.99. And everyone's favorite app, EarCat, music training for cats, is once again on sale. EarCat. EarCat. I'm going to have to get EarCat, aren't I? I need EarCat. Do I have a cat sound effect? I don't think I do. Man, that sucks. I probably do somewhere. No, not there. No. Do I have one there? No. Damn. I really need a cat sound effect. But EarCat, wow, look at EarCat. 80 levels of progressively more challenging and intuitive approach to recognizing. I thought it was for training a cat or something. Well, that sucks. It's not. It's some kind of game. No games. We don't play games here. It's all serious business. So today we're looking at the wonderful and a brand new, having a dog moment, Visual Synth. Yes. Visual Synth. It's a wonderful little app. The price of it is $10. I think that is an introductory price, I do believe. Let's have a look. Does it say on the App Store thingy? VS Visual. There it is. $9.99 is the current price. I think it is going up from memory. So if you're going to get on it, I would get on it soon. It's an AUv3 plugin. It's not an actual synthesizer. It's a visual synthesizer. It takes this audio synthesis and turns it into visualizations. Yeah. And let's jump straight in and have a look at it and see what I made for you guys just to kick off. Let's open up AUM. And so here it is. This is what it looks like. So I'll just quickly close it, and basically I've got a few tracks here. So I've got a hammerhead, I've got a bass, I've got a Synthmaster 2, I've got a Waverly tables, all chain linked into a bus 5, and then the Visual Synth is connected here, and 3 of these instruments I have connected to Riffer. So that's how we've got it set up today. And here is my Visual Synth. We'll go kind of full screen. We'll go full screen. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go like about that big, because I want to be able to bring in these instruments. And this is the kind of thing you can make just by pressing. Hope it works. Oh yeah. Fancy pants. Nice so far. Let's bring in a little bass, shall we? Nice. I think we need a logo in there. Yeah. We need a wart logo. Cool. Nice. All right, let's get crazy now. Fancy. Oh, I keep flicking it, missing it. Pretty cool, huh? Hey, Doug. Pretty cool, huh? So that's just what you can do with this thing. It's pretty crazy, right? So I'm going to just shut out of this for now, and we'll just clear that out. And I'm going to open it as a standalone, because you can use it as a standalone as well. I found it really good to use this as a standalone to like set some things up in it, and just to get used to it, and trial and play around with it to see what it can do, and then open it up into AUM. So you can open this up in your DAWs and create a video clip within your DAWs and stuff. Plus, what I'll do at the end of this show is show you. Anyway, we'll get to it. So let's open it up. Oh yes, there it is. This is what it looks like as a standalone, and we'll run through some of the groovy things here. So you get. Let's start by going across from the top. You've got a MIDI learn button, so you can, like most apps these days, you can MIDI learn a whole bunch of things. We're going to head over straight to the patches here. Hopefully, if I can get it to work, or it's not going to work. Let's try starting again. Yes. What's my iPad doing today? Oh man, come on, dude. Hello. Oh, there you are. Right, now it's working. Cool. There we go. So you get a whole lot of factory presets, yeah? So if I just click on one of these, you get all these presets, and it's all set to go. And I can click on any demo just to generate the sound. So you get a whole bunch of demo tracks here. And this really easy thing to do, I can just swipe down on my iPad to change to the next preset. And let's change the music. There's a crap load of presets in here for you to play with, and what I find with the presets too, as I said, really good to learn and see what's going on, yeah? So we'll just go through a few more of them. Some beautiful stuff to look at. You know, there's the stuff if you've got epilepsy that you'd be fucked, and then there's some really mellow stuff as well. So don't think that it's all just in your face dance music. You can create some really beautiful textures and stuff. Boom. See what I mean? Not all crazy flashing lights. And you'll notice too, as I'm changing through these, there's a little frame rate counter up the top here. Okay, see how it's gone down to 9 frames per second? It's very intensive, this app on your device. It just is what it is, I'm telling you straight up. When you're gonna fill up, you're trying to make a clip that's very heavy on flashing stuff, graphical stuff, your frame rate's gonna drop. You will get that kind of happening. You can also change the quality up in the left-hand corner. You can see my iPad slowed right down but I'm flicking through things, and I've got AUM running in the background as well, so that's probably my fault. But you can change the quality and bring it down a bit. So now that I've done that, we're back to decent rates, right? So just don't be afraid of that. We're now back up to 31 frames per second. And all of these things too, they're completely controlled. You can control them by the audio or by MIDI inputs. You've got a whole lot of different ways to control this. Okay, so let's jump out of this standalone, and we'll go back into AUM. Close out a few of these other apps. I don't think I've got any heavy music apps running. I've got a few things running. Look at that. I've got YouTube and stuff like that. Okay, let's jump in. No, I don't have an M1 iPad because Apple haven't announced a Pro apps yet, and there's no point in me buying it unless it's got Pro apps, because this is still plenty powerful enough for everything that I do. And I'm not getting a new iPad unless there's Logic coming to iPad. Then I will buy one in a snap. So let's load up what I had before. So this is my project from before. Boom, there we go. And I will show you how I've put this together, this particular track. So let's have a look at the interface first and run through some of the things. Now, what you need to keep in mind for this is, as I said, it's not a synthesizer. Try to think more of something like LumaFusion or something like Photoshop, or if you use Pixelmator on iPad, because you're creating layers of images. So you're using blend methods, colors, and stuff like that. So try to get your brain into that kind of mode. All right, so if you've ever done a picture in Photoshop with multiple layers and you've had to create blend modes, so you've used transparencies and stuff like that, all of these things that you're piling on top of each other are transparencies, you know, transparent moving images, and you can change the alpha transparencies so they all blend in together, right? So to explain, you have 8 of these channels down the bottom here, and each of them allow you to add a layer of effect, and each of them can be run independently of a MIDI channel, right? So I hope you're following so far. So we'll just close this for a second, and we'll start off with the kick drum. So what I'm running over here in this first channel is Hammerhead, which we looked at yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes, it was yesterday. Who knows? So this is Hammerhead, and I've just got a simple 4 on the floor, maybe. Let's pull all the rest of this out. So that's all I've got going, just 4 on the floor, yeah, nice and simple. 4 on the floor and a snare in there too, right? So when I click on this little hamburger icon here, maybe, I've scrolled down to the bottom and you hit none here to wipe out all of the MIDI. So you've got 16 tracks of MIDI, and then select number 1. And this will be number 1 in Visual Synth. And here it is, this track number 1. So how do I get that to actually start beating along to the beat? So when I click on it, click on number 1, you'll notice that a bunch of controls appear down the bottom here. Now, the first channel you want to select, there's a trigger button over here. When I select and when you click between them, there's none and MIDI. So now I've clicked it, it says none down here, and it's actually not looking for the MIDI. So when I click on the MIDI here, now you see how it's gone in time with that beat. So whatever's played in that track is now coming from MIDI channel number 1. And the way I know this is there's a little knob here. When I turn this, the more you turn it, it chooses 1 to 16. So I've got MIDI channel 1, there it is. And that's pulling the information to create this effect. Now I can go in here and choose a whole lot of different effects. So to start off with, let's see what we can do with the color, because I can go straight into a color palette. Now this is what I was telling you about Photoshop. So get your mind in that Photoshop kind of realm, and you can move this around to whatever you want and change the color. We can go yellows, we can do all these crazy colors. And it's as simple as that. You've got blending techniques as well. So there's a little arrow up the top here. And again, think in Photoshop, you've got all these different kind of blending techniques like hard light, soft light, overlays, difference. These are all things that you'll find in Photoshop. So you can play with these and make them work alongside the next image or video that you add along here to get different kind of effects. Yeah? So I hope you're kind of following along so far. We'll close out that color palette, leave it as it is. It's a nice color. Now in this channel where we have selected number 1 here, along the bottom you've got these knobs down here, and at any time you can turn this off. So there's a little enabled button that turns it off, turns it back on, and you have a solo button. So if you have all of them active, you can click this at any time and this will just solo that particular track. Yeah, so we'll unsolo that. Here is your alpha button. This is very important. When this is down to 0, as it is here, when I turn this up, what it does is it allows more to get through, if you know what I mean. So your alpha setting, let's bring in the second track. I'll show you. See, when I turn that up, now I've turned that alpha track all the way up. Let's turn it all the way down. Do it with my finger faster. So now you can see that second pattern underneath, like that spider web. But if I turn up the alpha all the way, it blocks it out. So it's like creating a solid image over the top. So you can use that to really start blending your images, yeah? So it's best, if you want to see everything underneath, just keep it down to 0, all the way down. And now you can see that second channel under there. We'll go ahead and remove that bass again. You've got a brightness knob, so you can really brighten these things up and really make them flash, affect your eyes. You can really get them hyper. You can turn it right down. You can decide how bright you want these. We'll leave it about there. You can change the speed of it. So that's cool. You can actually, there's an XY axis here, so you can move it over here. You can move it over there. You can go up and down, left and right. You can go like that, take it all the way up the top. So you can move it wherever you really want on the palette there. That's really cool. And you've got a radius button. So clearly you can make this smaller or larger. So you can see how the dots get more solid, and now they're super tiny. So a lot of power in your hands there. Let's just make it about 3/4. And you have a noise button where you can really mess with it and break it up into pieces and stuff. Now, and each effect that you add to this, you'll have different controls, and so all these won't always be here all the time. So they're depending on which effect you have in which channel. But you know, so you can bring this right back. Just move that up and bring it back to a full circle. Start to break it up a little bit, get it wobbly, or just turn it into a whole bunch of broken kind of things. Really incredible technology. You know, this is something a lot of people have been waiting for a long time on iPad. Is it perfect? No. Can it be? Hopefully with a few more updates, and maybe with M1 iPads and iOS 15, we'll be able to, Imaginando, who are the creators of this, will be able to do a whole lot more. But there are workarounds currently, so we'll get to that stuff. So let's just go back to this nice circle. You can give it some glow and really make it shine, or make it a bit more dull. So there are your controls there. So pretty basic stuff, yeah? Pretty basic stuff. As I said, think Photoshop. Think Photoshop. Now, not only that, you have a whole selection of other things to add. So if I double click on track number 1, it gives you this whole palette of pre-made stuff you can add in. Look at all that. Look at all the plunder, my friends, the plunder. So let's throw in this crazy thing. Yeah. And again, if we so you can see down the bottom here, the knobs have changed again. Now we've got form. So we've got size. We can really blow this one out. Pull it right back in, make it like a little exploding sun. Things like complexity. You've even got rotation, so you can spin it around. Speed, so you can move around. Brightness, alpha. Whole lot of really cool stuff. And I see Thomas write, epic for creating music videos. Not completely yet, but there's a way, and I will show you how to do that. So pretty cool. Let's hold down again. I'll double click. So let's go with this one, the sun. Yeah, look at that, fireball from hell. Yeah, baby. So again, this one's got rotation, size. We can take it right down, small, and give it some density. We can make it really big again. Yeah. So just by fucking around with them, you get some really crazy ideas. Hold down again. What else we got? The double click. How cool is this one? Fancy. So again, it's changed down the bottom here. We've got spacing this time. We can space these little balls out. We've got an X factor for those of you who wanted to go on the show but were too scared. You got a counter knob here. Oh, so that adds quite a few more balls. You got an X and Y factor. We can bring these in a bit, so you can create tiny little balls. Tiny little balls. We got this spiral kind of thing going on, and as you can see with this one, some of those options are gone now. So we've only got like a zoom. And again, you can change the color, whatever you like. Let's see what else we got in here. We've got this crazy thing. So there's a crap load of really cool stuff in here, yeah? Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Let's go back to our other beat, the original one we had. Where are we? It was this fancy thing. There we go. Can't remember if this was it or not. Probably wasn't. Does it matter? Not really. I think it was this one. This was the one. There we go. Cool. So let's jump over to another layer, and again it's the same method for adding another layer to this, right? So the next layer I have now, this is a little bit different. So you can do things like use you can actually plug in your keyboard. So I could do that right now. So you can actually plug in your keyboard, and say we go into this we've got an I fretless bass here. And what you would do is, what I didn't show you too as well, so sorry. Let's go back to, we're still on this first track. So as I said, in Hammerhead, in this first track, we've selected the MIDI channel 1. And then in this, I've got everything routed to this final channel here. And in this little hamburger option of VS Synth here, I've actually got selected Hammerhead. So it's getting the data from that channel, yeah? You can see it bopping along, see the little light flashing, boom, boom, boom. So it's understanding MIDI 1 is what we're getting in from there. You can also add your key step, your MIDI controller, and do it like that. And you'll see down the bottom here, I've got Riffer 1, 2, and 3, which are these over here, and they're set to MIDI 2, 3, and 4. And that's how I'm doing it. So I've got 4 tracks of video. So everything's split up. So it's really easy to route. Let's bring in the bass, and I'll show you what let's bring in the bass track. Come on. Just stop it, get it back in time. And if I have a look at Riffer, that's all I've got in Riffer. Yeah. It's pretty unexciting, but it's enough. And bang, boom. Now we've got this extra pattern here, and now I can click on number 2. Same again. Make sure the little MIDI triggers are selected, and this is set to channel number 2. And now we can go in, double tap, we can turn this into whatever we want. So now we've got this little crazy, so many sided shape thing. I can't be bothered counting it. Double click. What else can we grab? Let's grab this funky thing. Cool. Nice. Now at any time, if you create a whole selection of, if you create a palette and you create a whole song here, you can go in and save this at any time. You've got a big save button up here, and it'll actually go ahead and save it in here in your locals, and you can save your creations in here. So really cool to save your stuff, so don't fret about that. I've forgotten how to get out of here. How do I get out of here? I think I'll just go that one. No. Get me out of here, someone. There we go. I'm back. We've gone back to the original sound. So who knows? I don't know if there'll be in-app purchases, but this is available on desktop already. So the desktop version has quite a bit more added to it because it's a desktop. And remember, this is a mere little iPad trying to run all this music and the video as well. So expect, if you're going to try and pile in 8 things of complex stuff, as I said in the beginning, you're going to get some slowdown. Trust me on that. So let's have a look at number 3. We'll make that a bit smaller. Oh, what's number 3? I can't remember. It's this one. We'll take out number 2. We'll take out number 1 as well, so you can see what's going here. So you can see that's following along with Riffer, which is this third one here. And what's going on in here, I can't, there you go, it's just those dots down the bottom. Pretty basic stuff. I wasn't trying to make anything too complex for you, just to show you, you really don't have to, you know, work your ass off to make some simple music. And for this one in particular, this sound here, you've got a horizontal and vertical. So I can turn up this horizontal or create the Eye of Sauron. The Eye of Sauron is always watching you. There it is, getting larger. So you've got a vertical and horizontal, and you can turn them both up and create white noise. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's just a matter of messing about. Now you'll notice, again, so my alphas are all turned down here. So now if I bring in the 4th channel, you can see underneath the 4th one's trying to break through. Now if I turn this 3rd one's alpha up, it completely blocks it out, yeah? So just making sure you get that in your head. Hey, it's Pete Johns. So let's pull back this a bit. How cool is that effect? That looks really cool. Right, so I've given you a quick look at so just this project here. Let's bring everything back in again. We'll bring the drums back in. The boom. And we'll bring in the final piece. And I'll show you now how to import an image. You can import as well from your own iPad a image or a video. What's best to import is, a PNG, like a transparent GIF. That works really well, and I'll show you how to do that. So we'll stop this. So yeah, let's just go back over again. So we've only got 4 channels here. So we've got channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can have up to 8 of them, right? And once I show you how to import an image, then we'll go and have a look at how you can actually use there's LFOs and envelopes in here, like a keyboard as well, that you can align to your images and make them dance around and move around and stuff. So we'll get into that as well. This is really cool, and it's $10, and it's going to go up, I do believe. So, if you've been craving this like I have, and I know, look, there's a lot of people out there who are making video clips these days and sending them to Pete Johns on Your Music Live, or Metalhead Hippie Show, or people who play your music, or Ron Ward, who does the GarageBand show now on YouTube as well. This is a really cool thing to be able to make some video that nobody else is using, all right? Because there's only so much stock footage out there, motherfuckers. It's going to get to the point like using GarageBand Drummer, where you go, wow, I've heard those drums before. You will start to see each other's stock footage appear in your video clips. So this is another great way to create some original stuff, because you can blend it so much and you can add your own shit into. So shut up, Jade. Have some coffee, and let's show you how to import something. Okay, so to import one of your own images or some of the stock stuff that is included, you must use the final channel. The final channel 8 here. So you need to click on this one here. And if you double click on, if you hold any of these channels too, so I'll just go back to number 1 first. So I'm double clicking to bring up these options here, right? But if you hold down, you get options. So these little lists come up. So materials, copy, paste, or reset. So you can even copy one of these and then go and paste it into another channel. And you get this other option here of materials, because that's what they're called. Each of these effects are called materials. So in number 8, when you click on number 8 and do a double click, oops, I didn't mean to do that. When you hold down, sorry. Come on, hold down. You get a slightly different look. You get files, resources, and photos. So you can actually hit your Photos app. How cool is this? And I can take a funny photo that I made of Doug yesterday. Or what about, we'll take the Pete Johns one, yeah? We'll take the Pete Johns image. God, where is it? It didn't turn up. Why didn't it turn up? Believe it or not, that's Pete Johns, aka Father Christmas. What a funny app this app is, this stupid photo app where you can turn yourself old. So, but look, I can add Pete to this, and then I can start my beat. And there's Pete bopping away. Right? And what's really cool is you can crop these. So you've got 2 options down here. You can fit into frame. So you can do that and fit into frame. Or you can hit the fill mode. And then you can actually scale and make it larger to fit the whole frame. And you've got an XY to move stuff around as well. Unfortunately, you can't set these to any MIDI within the app, right? But you can do it. And I'm not going to show you how to do it. If you would like to find out how to do that, it's a little bit complex. And for complexity, check out Gavinsky's tutorials. He actually shows you how to make the image move. So check out Gavin's video, and he'll show you that photo of Pete. Come on, hold down. Let's grab another one. Let's take this one I did of Doug yesterday. Oh my god. Hours of fun. So you can add virtually anything, right? But if you don't want to do that, oh come on. What am I doing? Hold down. So you've got resources as well. So we'll click on resources, and within this, if you click on these folders here, you've been given some stuff as well. So there's some logos here. Thank you for following on Twitch over there, Mazzy Getting Rich. Yeah. Perplexon has made a bunch of these effects and stuff too. So you can actually add like their logo. See that? So I can load their logo in here. And I can move that around. I can change the scale. So when we play, so you can add your own videos and stuff really easily too. Yeah. Let's hold down again. Come on. Resources. Not only do you have photos in here, if we go back, there's textures. So you've got a whole bunch of textures here that you can just add as a background, and they don't move or anything. They're just stagnant. Yeah. So again, you can add your own. You can add whatever kind of background you like. If you find an image on Google or whatever, you can add whatever you like there. But remember, it's only on one track and it's only a background image. Or let's give you an example of the factory here. So they've Perplexon have given you a bunch of videos as well. So let's throw one of these in. So you can sample them before you throw them in. So we've got this dripping kind of thing here, an expanding thing. We've got this one. There's a good list of them. Look at that. We've got a glitch one here. Let's just load this one. So there we go. And again, you can rotate this around wherever you'd like it. You can scale it. You can fit it. You can change the rate of how it moves, make it faster. You can change the colors, do all that kind of stuff. Really cool. And you'll see here, it's turned up really high on the alpha, yeah? Because it's the bottom photo or the bottom image of your layers. Again, going back to Photoshop, this is the bottom, and everything from 8 up, number 1 is the top. So everything's got to be transparent to be able to see this. So now if I hit play, there you go, you've got that pumping underneath. Really cool. And hopefully they do, Imaginando do include soon the ability within the app to actually animate these and make them move as well. That would be really cool. But as I said, Gavin shows you how to do it in his tutorial. So let's stop that. And very easily, if I hold down again, the very last thing is the files. So you'll see here, and when you click on files, guess what it opens? Your files app. So as I said, it's probably ideal. The best thing to add is a transparent PNG or something like that that has a transparent background, which you can make in any kind of image app. What's the length of video you can import? I'm not really sure on that. I don't really know, so I can't. I should know that, but I'm a failure. I do apologize. It probably says it in the manual, but I'll endeavour to find out for you and let you know. So this is my little documents app. This is where I keep a lot of my PNGs. So look, if I wanted to add like some Werther's originals, I can add. Fuck, I have to do that again now. I fucked it up. I can add Werther's originals if my heart is really desperate to add Werther's originals. There we go. Oh, that's a bad image, man. Come on. Werther's. Candy for little children and old men who like children. There you go. So there's my Werther's, and I can change the size of this Werther's. I can move it around wherever I want. I can put it right in the middle. So this is the Werther's dance. Sky's the limits, folks. Fucking hell. You know what? Let's keep this. Right, so very quickly, I'll show you how to, a little bit about the LFOs and the envelopes, and then I'll show you the last thing, because I've got to get out of here, because I'm sure Pete has GarageBand, his GarageBand show coming up. So, wave your worders in the air like you just don't care. Oh, I don't have a packet at the moment, damn. All right, so let's get back to full screen here. Right, so the one little section I haven't shown you, now, there's this little options, like control panel section here. You'll notice it's grayed out at the moment. That's because you can't use it with track 8, as I said. You can't animate or move it around. But if I go back to track, let's try track 3. We'll start with track 1. And when I click on this, it gives you a whole bunch of other options down here, right? So we have an LFO over here, yeah? You can see that's doing its wah, 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 wah. It's got a sine wave locked in. It's got a sync button, so you can control the rate of the, so you can control the rate of the LFO. And you've actually got 4 LFOs. See over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can, and you can use these to actually control the image that's going on. So we'll just click on this. I just want to make sure I've got it set to solo. We'll hit play. Cool. We'll turn it down a bit. Right, and in the middle, you have 2 envelopes. So you can see 1 and 2. And it has like an attack and release. So I can go here and turn up the release, and look at that. Yeah, so you get like a longer release or a tighter attack. So that's why I say it works like a synth, yeah? A tighter release, and then you can turn up the release, and you can experiment to your heart's content. And you've got 2 of these, right? Really cool it is. Let's bring that down. We'll bring this release back up a bit. And over here you've got this audio modulator thing, yeah? And you've got 4 channels of this, right? So you've got a gate here, and a spectrum, attack, gain, release. And what's cool about these is you can actually use these to manipulate the image. And I'll show you how to do this. What we need to do is you click, once we're into the, once you can see this little control panel, you click this again, and you're presented with all of these. Now they look really confusing, yeah? But pretty simple. Go from left to right, LFO1, LFO2, LFO3, LFO4. Your 2 envelopes, and then these audios, you got velocities, so, and they all run down. So this LFO here, number 1 that we're on, you can make it control the hue, saturation, brightness, and alpha. So I can turn any of these up, and they'll start messing around with the saturation and brightness. Now, this is a little bit hard to see, but see where my mouse is? You see the color across here? If I move across and hit the middle, it gives you another selection of things. So we've got speed, X, Y, and radius. And you can see down here, I've already attached LFO 1 and 2 to the radius. So if I want to attach it to the X, I can turn this up and watch this. It starts moving around, yeah? And then I can hit it to the Y, and it's going to start. So you can really start animating these things. If I go to LFO 2 now, and instead of going up, I can take this down, and I can turn this radius one up, pull it down, and you can start getting some really crazy movement, yeah? So I'm not going to go too deep into this, but boom, boom, mind blown, yeah, mind blown. There's a lot of depth here if you really want to play around. And you know, that's the key to this. Don't be overwhelmed like everything. Just play the fuck around with it like I have. Just have fun. Turn shit up. There's also another level at the end here. So you've got 3. You've got this one here with the hue, saturation, brightness, and alpha. You've got the speed, X, Y, and radius. And right at the end here, this gives you the option to change the glow and the noise. So I can turn this up and we start messing around with the noise. Boom. And you can go up and you can go minus. So really, really cool, yeah? Sick stuff. And to go back to here, you just click the little options up here. I'm clicking back and forward. And to get rid of this, you just get rid of that arrow there down the bottom. You can bring this up at any time. Excuse me. And you can do this with all these things. So if we go into this third one, we'll solo this. Now, let's quickly just throw some LFOs on here. We'll change this to... change the rate up a bit. We'll sync it. Go in here. I think. Thanks, Joe. So let's mess with this just a little bit. Look at that. Now we've got it. The horizontal X, Y. We can move it around a bit. That'll be enough for now. We'll turn off the solo and look at this. Yeah, man. So, what I want to show you lastly before we go, let's stop this. How do I export it to make a video? Because at the moment, there's no way to actually export this. And I know a lot of people are going, no. Just remember, this is the first of this kind. And normally when somebody makes an app finally like this, I'm sure Imaginando are going to update this as we go forward. And as you know, as I said, the M1 iPads, iOS 15 comes out, more capabilities, more allocation of RAM that will be able to be used for more apps. So the possibilities will be more. So I would say we could get this coming along. Fingers crossed. But there's a workaround for now, yeah? And this is what we're going to do for the workaround. Let's hope it works. So, how do we get this video to turn it into a music video? Well, I'm glad you asked. Pull down from the bottom, top right corner. This is the only way for now. And here we go. We've got our little screen record. 3, 2, 1, we're screen recording. Yeah. Let's open this up. Now, what I forgot to tell you is you've got a full screen button here. So I can click that, and now we've gone full screen, yeah? So now if we hit play, we're off. Boom. So this is the only way, and it does work. Let's just record it for a little bit. In fact, that's enough for now. We'll stop that. Pull down. Stop our screen recording. And just to show you, let's close this for now. And it's in my Photos app, so let's just open up LumaFusion, because LumaFusion is the best. And I already did this last night just to show that it worked. So this is what I created last night. Boom. Looking good, huh? And you can split the audio from here. So, you know, if you want to get technical, what's really cool about it, I know it's a workaround and it's difficult, but hey, we're iOS musicians and we've all had to find workarounds. So this is just another step in workarounds. You should be used to it by now as an iOS music creator. So, you know, you can always double click. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Remember, you can always split your audio from here as well. So boom, there's your audio. And then you could actually import your track and just match it up with your audio track if you want to, if you've got a master of the song, and then just match it up with the beat. Pretty easy, yeah? And then add in anything else, your stock footage from here, you know, and then blend it in because you've got blend buttons. So again, think about this not as a synthesizer, but as LumaFusion or Photoshop. And you can actually take something like this and bring in, say, what have we got? Do I have anything in here? We can go to Storyblocks. Let's just grab some imagery from here really quickly. We've got a few minutes left. Footage. It's taking its time. So we've got these people, group of people running on the beach. So we'll mute this. So now we've got these people running on the beach once it downloads, and then we can double click on this footage and we can make it larger. Yeah, go into here. Oops. Just stretch that out. And then we can go in and blend this motherfucker. Where are we? We want to blend. I've forgotten how to blend. Jesus Christ. We want to go in here, blending, and we want to change the opacity. And you can automate this stuff, remember, too. So you could go in here and set a frame point. So boom. And set another frame point in the middle. Boom. And then set a frame point at the end. Boom. And so we'll go back to the start. Set that to 0. Set the middle one to up to about halfway. And then set the last one back to off. So now when we play, check that. See what I mean? Now that's a real shit video clip. There you go, folks. We've got 3 more minutes. Let's just import this one that we made before. Just to show you again, we can import, where are we? Photos and videos. So here's the one I imported today. We'll drag the one I just saved. Come on, bitch. So we can drag this in now. We can mute this out. I can trim this. Get rid of that. And we can go in and blend this one even. Go into blending, bring it down halfway. And now, look at this, fancy pants. We've got our Werthers and People Running song. Awesome stuff, yeah? Hey, thanks everybody for joining me today. I hope you got some value out of today's show. If you did, please hit the like button to let me know that you are enjoying the stuff and the things and all the stuffing of the things. And yeah, happy days. It's only $10, folks. And for those who are Patreons, to join Patreon, remember it's from $1 a month, you get your songs mastered every weekend. But if you are subscribed to from the $5 tier and up, every weekend I give away a whole crap load of apps, yeah? And this week we've got FAC drummer giveaways, and I've got 4 copies of this sucker to give away too. So awesome stuff. Become a Patreon. Support me that way if you would like. It's all good. And we have a really good time every weekend on the Patreon, just hanging the fuck out. Alrighty, gang. Take care, have a great day, and I shall see you tomorrow. And we're looking at iSymphonic. We're going back to the good old iSymphonic because I love that app and I want to revisit it. So there it is, iSymphonic tomorrow. Whoops, where'd it go? There it is, iSymphonic tomorrow. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you over at Pete's channel, yeah? Take it easy. Goodbye. Adios, amigos. Yeah.